Hi, it's Laura Coleman here from Be Modern Meditation, if you're watching this on a replay somewhere. It is Sunday afternoon at 2:15 and it's a little bit cloudy today over here in the UK. I don't know where you are today and how you're feeling. I'm curious to know how you're feeling because I've had to say where randomly I just felt myself really teary just for, I say no reason, but actually in reality, we've all got reason, haven't we? There's so much that we've been processing behind the scenes. And this week I've been spending a lot of thought time and a lot of kind of energy into looking at how to get out of fight or flight, how to get out of that red alert stage in the nervous system. And it's been really helpful to do. So literally, firstly, like giving myself, my body, my mind, my heart space, that energy center, giving that permission to let go, to accept that I'm safe right now, and that I can get out of that hypervigilance. And then also really bringing in a feeling in my body of deeper relaxation, of because after that hyper alert goes, we're left behind with all of the stuff, the adrenaline, all the hormones that we've been using to keep ourselves going beyond when we've actually got energy to keep going. And then the next stage inevitably becomes, if we're successful at that and we shift out of that fear and that anxiety response, we can end up then with remnants, because all the things that we've been feeling and thinking that at the time, I'm just trying to see if I've got to, hang on, sorry. I'm just doing a double check. Oh, hi, Binny. So we come out of this this hyper alert stage. We get back into that energy space of being able to relax. And then our body has permission, if you like, to feel all the feelings. And I think that's what happened to me today, is this suddenly it all came up. And so I guess I just wanted to give you permission, if you need it today, if it's helpful, to let yourself be feeling whatever you're feeling, and don't judge yourself against where somebody else is at. Because I know for me, like my husband, he's like this Duracell bunny at the moment. He's sort of, yesterday morning, Saturday, he got up at kind of the crack of dawn. Crack of dawn, but for a Saturday, it was 7:45. He was outside. He was cutting down branches. He was clearing old tiles. He was doing all this stuff, and that actually, I didn't feel like that. I didn't feel like I had the energy for that. I didn't want to do that. And so he was kind of trying to be encouraging and say, why don't you do stuff? Why don't you do something? And I'm like, I just don't feel that. And maybe that also contributes to feeling a bit low in terms of how you're feeling, because you feel like you should be doing stuff. That should word can be really destructive. So in today's meditation, I just wanted to allow you, if you need it, because I know it will be helpful for me today, to just witness and feel whatever is going on for you, whatever you're feeling today, for that to be okay. So we're going to use a labeling technique that we've used before if you've meditated with me, where we just, whatever comes up, we just label it and we allow it to flow through. So if a thought comes up, we just label it thinking. If there's sensations in the body, often emotions in particular can manifest as sensations in the body. If we notice that, we're just labeling it sensation. And we're not trying to get rid of it or move it on. We're just acknowledging it's there while it's in the center of our attention. And then when something else comes up, that becomes the center of our attention. So if there's a sound, we label it hearing. And I'll guide you through that, but essentially it'll allow us that space to just notice what we're feeling. And that can often be enough to give us the space to, let it keep going through us, let it's passing through. Now, I can't see on Facebook today if anybody's joining me live. It's not quite letting me know. So if you've waved and said hello and I haven't acknowledged you, then don't worry. I think I might have it now. No, I can't see. So if you're watching this on replay, then put hashtag replay just so I know that you've been with us as well. So just closing down the eyes as we always do, and knowing that you're likely to have thoughts, because that's what our mind does, and that's okay. And with our posture, we want to find that active but relaxed. So we're not so relaxed that we're lying down and falling asleep, but we're also not so rigid that we are too alert. So active but relaxed, and just you might hear the odd bang because there's some shooting going on nearby. So just closing down the eyes then. And we'll just tune in first of all to the sounds around us. It's that way of just beginning to pull our awareness inwards by noticing sounds in our environment and just noticing how they come to us without us needing to go looking for them. And then we'll take our awareness to the body now, and we'll use the breath as that start place today, particularly as we've got wonderful Binny Dansby here today, who knows so much about how the breath can support us and nourish us. And I'll invite you to first of all just notice, where do you notice the breath today? Is it where that cool air enters the nostrils or the mouth? Or maybe it's that rise and fall of the chest or the belly. Just noticing where your attention is today. And notice first that the body's breathing for you. There's no effort or trying. Even if the mind momentarily tries to control the breath, and we put our attention there. If you can allow the breath to come and go. And if your mind's already been distracted by thoughts or sensations or sounds, just coming back to the breath, that anchor point. Just observing the rising and falling of the breath. And noticing that the body's breathing and you're watching. And we'll use a labeling now that we'll use as we go through the practice. But for now, we'll direct it to the breath. So when you breathe in, labeling it gently and softly in your mind as rising. And as you breathe out, falling. Rising, falling. And we'll spend some time in silence just for a moment here to really tune into that rising and falling. And every time you get distracted, just giving yourself permission to be here in this moment and come back. Rising, falling. And now we'll open our awareness to whatever can come into it. So no more focusing the attention. We just allow whatever becomes the center of our attention to be the focus. So if a sound becomes the most prominent, just labeling it hearing. Hearing. And if there's a sensation in the body, maybe the shoulders tightened, the stomach, the skin, just labeling it sensation. Sensation. Until that passes and maybe something else arises. If a thought arises, just labeling it thinking. Thinking. And if there's an emotion or a feeling, seeing if you can avoid being taken away by thoughts or feelings, just labeling it feeling. Perhaps there'll be moments where there's nothing to label. Sensation, hearing, thinking, feeling. Gently and softly in the mind. And I'll guide you back when it's time. And wherever you've been during this time, come back to the breath, labeling that rising and falling. As you breathe in, rising, and as you breathe out, falling. And we'll take 3 bigger than usual breaths, breathing in through the nose and sighing out the mouth. Breathing in. Feeling the shoulders rising and falling as you do. That whole center of the chest. Allowing however you are now. Noting that it doesn't matter what arises inside of us, whether in meditation or in our lives. It's just like the weather, it will pass. What really matters is how we are with what arises. So allowing ourselves to develop that skill of non-reactivity so that we can just be with whatever's there and take whatever information it's telling us and using it in our lives. So returning movement to the fingers and the toes. And gently blinking open the eyes. Just taking a moment to sit with whatever you've cultivated today. Seeing Lynn's here. Hi Lynn, great to have you here. I'm glad you made it. And I hope that however the rest of your day goes, that you can just be kind to yourself, because whatever you're experiencing is just your experience. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you tomorrow at 2:15. And tomorrow is day going live for Be Community, Be More Community. So if you sign up for that before midday tomorrow, you also get a free one-to-one session with me, which I'm really looking forward to those. I'm really looking forward to the chats I've already got booked in. And that's going to be all about really tailoring your experience so that you can get everything that you need. So take care, and I will see you tomorrow.